Welcome back to the Magic of the Musicals. It's always nice to talk to a legend from an amazing musical, and a musical that's been going for 10 years in 2009. And the new big star of it, who plays Mufasa, and the big star, of course, is Shaun Escoffery. How are you?
I am very good.
It's nice to see you, and you do steal the hearts in this. Let's face it, this is a show about a father and a son. That's it, isn't it? And a love story.
Yeah, basically, that's it. I mean, I'm playing Mufasa, and he's a king. He's a father, he's a husband, and he basically sets up the story for Simba to kind of take his rightful place as king after he's gone, basically.
I mean, the interesting thing is you only look about 12, yet you're playing the father. I mean that in the nicest possible way.
You know how many times people have said that to me? I saw the show the other day, and hi, I'm Shaun. She went, oh, I thought you'd be a lot older. I can't believe how young you look. So, yeah, it's a compliment. It's good.
What I love about your character and your voice within this character is you have to be incredibly credible and manly and deep and all those things that a proper lion should be. How do you do that? Because you do it so well.
I'll put the Mufasa voice on. So, I mean, for instance, it would be like, Scar, release him. So I place it in this place in my voice. And a little help from the sound department as well. But yeah, I don't know, I just kind of put the Mufasa voice on and get on with it. Yeah.
Let's talk about the magic of Disney and the fact that this show has, without question, in all the years I've seen theatre, got the best opening ever.
Yes, right.
And I don't think we're giving anything away after 10 years and probably 100 million people have seen it around the world. Something happens where they come through the audience to start the show, and I don't think there's any reaction in theatre anywhere in the world like it, is there?
No, there isn't. I mean, I will speak a little bit about it. It's basically when the elephant's coming down the aisles. And I tell you what, the reaction I've got from people, I remember one lady said to me after she saw the show and she came backstage and she goes, Shaun, I'm really gutted. I was like, oh, so you didn't enjoy the show then? She goes, no, far from it. She goes, I'm gutted that it's the first time I'm ever going to see that again. And I was like, wow, I never really kind of saw it that way before. It is spectacular. It really is spectacular. I don't think there's any show like it. That beginning sequence is unbelievable.
And of course, the comedy is on two levels, which all the best kind of Shrek movies are, and Disney do so well. There's jokes for the dads and jokes for the kids.
Exactly. It goes right over the kids' heads, and the adults are there laughing their heads off. It's funny. Very funny.
How do you do it 8 times a week, though? Because let's face it, this is a job, and as spectacular or as amazing as any musical is, you've got to make it look like your first show, because for the kids, it's like pantomime. It's something so amazing to them. Right. And if you're kind of not giving it your all, we're going to notice. You can't do that.
That's right. I'm quite old school. I think that people have paid money to come see the show. I'm not going to do them a disservice. So I'm not going to do them a disservice. And also, I'm not going to embarrass myself. And secondly, I'm part of a machine, and I don't want to let anyone else down. So if we're keeping the level up, that's what makes a show run. That's what makes a show spectacular. And you don't get second chances. If you're performing and you do a bad show, people will not forgive you. So that's always been my mindset. If I can't do the show, then I won't come in. Do you know what I mean? I'll just ring up and say, look, I'm really ill, I can't come in, because we're professionals and we have to approach it that way. I take my job seriously. I don't take myself that seriously sometimes, but I take my job very seriously. It is the same thing. People are paying good money to come and see a show, and I'm not going to do it. Me personally won't do a disservice to them.
I love the music in this show, written by Elton John. I mean, he did a tremendous job with it. Yeah. And I think this is one of his greatest legacies, really, this show, because he's had other musicals that haven't been as successful, but his music is just so beautiful. And one of the big songs is He Lives in You.
That's right.
Which brings the house down. And I've seen grown men cry at this point. What is it that moves people with this song?
I think it's the whole interaction thing between father and son. Just before that, Mufasa's terrified because his son nearly got killed. And and so he's trying to make his son understand, look, you could have died here. You don't understand. I was terrified. You could have died. And it's that thing of, parents when they lose their child or whatever, and then when they find them again, it's like that thing of being afraid and angry and whatever, and jubilant because they found their child again. It's that kind of thing. And at that point there, Mufasa is quite vulnerable. So he takes off his crown and whatever, his headpiece. And he's just coming father and son, not a king, but father to a son, saying, look, this is the situation, this is what could have happened, and I'm terrified, this situation scared me. and it's also a great king coming down on one knee saying, and being vulnerable. And at that point, he's saying, right, look, this is what I aspire to. This is what my father told me. This is what I think about in my quiet times. And now I'm passing this on to you. So it's intimate. It's beautiful, Pete. It's a beautiful part of the show.
All right, we're here today with Shaun Escoffery, who's the big star. He's Mufasa in The Lion King in the West End. And this is He Lives in You. We're back on your favourite local radio station with the magic of the musicals. That's He Lives in You, which is from The Lion King. If you haven't heard of The Lion King, I don't know where you've been, because it is probably the most famous musical in the world right now. Some shows age, don't they? But for some reason, the technology still seems mesmerising today, yet theatre's moved on so much.
I think that's really down, in most part to Julie Taymor. She was far ahead of her time. She was a real visionary. And I think that's kind of one of the reasons why Lion King is still really timeless. It's just an amazing, spectacular, you look at it and you think, my gosh, how do they do that? And it's just very simple. I'm not going to divulge any secrets, but it's very, very simple how things have done.
I was really lucky about 5 years ago. They took me upstairs in the theatre to the workshop. Yeah. And for those who haven't seen the show, you guys have these things on your head that we end up believing are the characters. And I don't know how Julie did that, but she created these masks that are so clever, and they move in many different ways. Right. And they always seem to move in the right place at the right time. How is that possible?
We're told to do so.
But they are props, aren't they? And they can go wrong.
Yeah, of course they can. I mean, basically, for me, I've got a big pack that goes around my waist, and it pushes the mask forward and backwards. And basically, it's when I'm kind of, angry, which is a few times in the show, the mask goes forward, or if I'm going into action or battle, because I'm a warrior king as well. And so it goes, so I'll flick a little switch on my right hand and the thing goes forward. Scars is a little bit more complicated. His mask moves up and down, side to side. He's a bit more expressive in it. And then you've got, Zazu, the bird. His eyes blink and, his feathers. And so basically it is the illusion of human and man. And I don't know how she kind of conjured up all of this, but it works. It's magical. It's
a beautiful theatre to do it in as well, isn't it? That does make a difference.
Oh, yes, it does. I mean, Disney have completely taken over that theatre. Completely taken over. When I did see the show for the first time, I did kind of, oh my gosh, how did they do that? How did they do that? So you kind of do one, and then it still does kind of mesmerise me how they kind of work things backstage still. It's a lot of time and a lot of effort.
And I'm told as well, from your perspective, it can be dangerous. You have to stay on a certain route.
No, you have to. You have to. You can't get too involved. With side stage, you literally, you got your life in your hands. So I just, as soon as I have to go on, I come off. I don't, because the thing is as well, the cast is huge, so there's a lot of activity going on. So it's not even just about the props and where you're supposed to stand and where you're supposed to be. There's people rushing in and out. So I just do my thing and just go backstage.
Shaun Escoffery is the big star Mufasa in The Lion King in the West End. What's your favourite song in it?
The opening sequence, Circle of Life.
Written by Elton John, The Circle of Life, with a big booming beginning and a big booming end. It's hard to kind of carry on from there, and what they do is go from this enormous start and then bring it right back down. That's what Disney does so well. They kind of play with you in this show, don't they?
Yes, they do. They play with your emotions. They make you happy, then they make you sad, they make you laugh. No, they're masters at it.
Shaun, I don't want to be personal and bring this interview down on a very personal level, but you can't be clinically obese doing this role, can you? You can't be indulging in the Chinese buffets because you've got to look like a lion, haven't you?
That's right.
I mean, there's no way I'm getting the role, if you know what I'm saying.
That's right. That's right.
What do you mean, that's right?
No,
that's right.
I don't mean it like that. I'm just answering your first question.
I know what you're saying.
I'll tell you what it is, They put this really tight corset on me. So there's no way, even if I wanted to indulge in a nice Chinese buffet, I won't get into my costume.
Because you're quite revealed, aren't you, on the show? I mean, there's a lot of you to see.
Yes, there is. I mean, I have to keep in shape. I have to. And the thing is, just to even make my character just a bit more believable.
What's it like backstage when you're attractive? You laugh?
Very difficult. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't know how to answer that question.
All right, we'll move on from that. The Lion King is the big show celebrating 10 years, and you get the best gig in show business this year in musical theatre anywhere in the world. You get to play the lead in the show that everybody's going to be focused on October 18th when it celebrates its 10th anniversary. How much of a thrill is it to be in it? They could have replaced you, let's be honest. Yes, they had their choice. There's a million Mufasas in the past. How do you feel?
No, it's a great honour for me. It really, really is. I mean, obviously for Lion King and for Disney, it's a big deal. It's 10 years. And just to be part of this, I mean, for me, yes, I can, it's wonderful.
Have you performed in front of its creators before?
No. I haven't. So
they might hate you.
I know. Hopefully they won't, but they could do.
There's always a risk, isn't there? Somebody made a mistake somewhere.
They'll be like, "Who is that playing Mufasa?" But so it's going to be a little bit nerve-wracking. I mean, they're inviting a lot of the people that a lot of Mufasa that played it before, some of the the back cast. So yeah, I'm being prepared to be judged heavily.
And how does it feel knowing that in the party afterwards, all those Mufasas will be coming to you saying you did a wonderful job, you're amazing, and in the back of their heads they were saying I was better than him?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's show business, isn't it? Let's be honest. And those nights when you get the stars in, I think David Beckham was in a while back, and then they get royalty in, because this is a show to come and see. Does it add something?
Yes, it does. I mean, the other day we had Michelle Obama, Thierry Henry. We had,
now when the Obamas are in, it caused chaos because they have to be careful because, of course, she's very important.
That's right, very important. The thing is, we walked in and me, like, being as naive as I am, walked into all these dogs and, sniffer dogs. And I said, oh, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? Cars outside. I'm like, what's getting...
Did you think Graham Norton was in or somebody?
I thought it was something important. Do you know what I mean? I didn't have a clue. And the thing is, the company office didn't actually divulge anything until the last minute. So, and we kind of saw her. She was in the corner somewhere, kind of tucked away with all the security guards and everyone in little walkie-talkies and whatever. It was thrilling, man. It was good. Yeah.
And you, of course, you've been in so many great productions. Tell us a bit about your life and where you started and how you became the performer you are today.
Oh gosh, how long have you got?
Well, I'll make it about 2.5 minutes. Okay. If you... I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I started a singer-songwriter. I was in college studying music and stuff, and then primarily I wanted to just I wanted to get into the music. I wanted to be a singer-songwriter, and I saw an open audition for Mama Wanna Sing in the West End, and I must have been around 18 or maybe 17, 18 at the time. And I was like, okay, that sounds interesting. Shaka Khan, I'm a huge fan. I'd love to meet her. And that's the only reason why I auditioned for it. And I auditioned for it. I got the part. And then, from that point, I got an agent. And then I went on to Tommy and Smoker Joe's Cafe and Les Mis and the Parade at the Doma Warehouse. And yes, I was kind of jumping from music and record deals to adverts and doing whatever. And it's only when you look back you realise, I've had a career. Do you know what I mean? But that's kind of how it all started for me. And subsequently, I was kind of doing the music thing first. That was my first love. And the more I did musical theatre and the more I did theatre, I fell in love with it and just the passion of it. And, I found I could get the same kind of buzz doing this as I did doing that. And so it's just kind of rolled on from there, and I'm really pleased where my career is going at the moment.
Well, it's incredible when you look at the people you've worked with, like Misha Paris, just a legend.
Yeah.
When you're asked to perform with people like that, how do you feel?
Oh gosh, I remember the first time I got asked to sing Lennox Lewis's fight with Tyson in Memphis, Tennessee. I had tears in my eyes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite an emotional guy, and I was like, because I'm a huge boxing fan. I love boxing, so I was just like, teared up, like, okay, I couldn't believe I got asked to do this. It was that kind of thing. And Misha Paris, I mean, she's been an idol, vocal idol for me since I can remember. And so yeah, to be asked to do these kind of things, I'm like, okay, I must be doing something right, So yeah, my career. It's been good. I'm really pleased how things are going.
Well, it couldn't be going any better, really. And the greatest compliment of all is that they haven't replaced you. And I don't mean that in a funny way, but it would be very easy to do so. There's plenty of people who are up for it.
That's right.
And that's such a testament to your talent. And congratulations on being you. How long have you been in it now?
Just over a year.
Your deepness and bigness on stage, because you've got to be huge, haven't you? This is a character that's got to really emulate every piece of charisma that you've got inside you.
Yeah, that's right.
Congratulations on everything. And the big 10th anniversary. I will be there, and I'm going to hang around the toilets with my microphone, not for any mucky reason, but to hear what the other Mufasas are saying about you.
That would be good, actually.
And I'm going to let you know, because I think you deserve to know what people really think. And if Elton's in there, I'll get his opinion.
Yeah.
And Julie Taymor, hopefully they'll all be there.
Yeah,
and what a thrill for you to do that. And congratulations on this show. It's amazing. If you want a spectacular night out, The Lion King truly is one of the greats. And there's no sign it will ever end anywhere, really.
No,
I mean, some shows come and go, but the kids still love it, and the adults do as well.
Yeah, it's time.
Shaun Escoffery, thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you.